All right, and I'm here with men's head coach for the men's golf team, Maddox Lotto. First of all, seventh consecutive appearance going to nationals. Just take me through that experience and how it felt to know that your team got a bid.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we deserved it. It's something that we strive for every year, and if we don't get there, we kind of feel like it was a failure. Um, we had a we had some momentum midway through the spring. Really, just had two rounds that kind of made us wonder if we were going to get there. And then to get the email that we were in was exciting, and we've been working our tails off since we got back from conference just in case. And so I feel like we're pretty prepared to go and excited to compete.
So, two-part question. One, take me through conference. After that first round, everybody really locked in for those next two. And then take me through just the mental preparation. Yeah, you haven't gotten the official word yet, but just having everybody continue to work. How was that preparation for the next 2 days of conference, and then the preparation after conference?
Yeah, so I mean, we had a little sit down after the first round with the guys and just explained, why we weren't excited with the performance. That's just how golf is sometimes. Sometimes it's hard as a team game to put the rounds together. And we had a fairly solid round going. We finished really bad. So we just kind of took it as the next 2 days we've really got nothing to lose. We can only get better from where we were, literally. So it was just about, like, if you want it, we're gonna go get it, and we're gonna do our best coming in the last 2 days to play well. And we did that. I think we had the third lowest round the last 2 days, and we still faltered a little bit here and there. But to come back after that first day was big. But then, yeah, I mean, as far as preparation afterwards, we knew that we were going to be close, and it was just about telling the guys, hey, we're not in yet, but if we do get in, we want to make a statement. They all know, and I know, and Trevor knows that we're a very strong team. And so, I think it was almost like a little bit more of motivation, because we played so bad and we didn't want our year to end that way. And so if we do get a chance at the national tournament, that we're gonna work our butts off and try to make a statement coming in this next week.
And I know last time we had a conversation was spring tournaments hadn't even started yet. You were in preparation for that. So just looking through how spring tournaments went with all conference players, player of the weeks, and then just everything that you guys worked for, winning tournaments as well. How would you look at this spring tournament for this year, and from a coaching side, how you think you were able to get everybody to stay on the same page throughout the semester?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we had a pretty good amount of success right in the middle of the spring. We won a big one out in Mississippi. Played well in the tournament before that in Hattiesburg. And then, again, it felt like the other tournaments we were just one round away. The farm, the last round just bit us a little bit, and then even our home event, I think it was the first round also that got us there. But I mean, we had a lot of good individual performances, and again, we had a lot of team scores that were solid. But again, it was just about backing them up day to day. So we realized that we can do it, and again, I mean, to win the one at Mossy Oak was big, and it gave us a bunch of momentum and a bunch of confidence moving forward. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we've had a fairly good spring, but again, we just got to put multiple rounds together in a row and not have that one that kind of sets us back.
Now, road to nationals, Dalton, Georgia this year. What do you feel like you're looking forward to, seventh consecutive appearance, and just with the team mixed with sophomores, freshmen, juniors, seniors, just what are you looking forward to going to Dalton this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit different than it has been in the past. This is the first time of those 7 years where we've been fairly close to home. We've always had to deal with some sort of travel fatigue, I guess you could say, whether it be just to Illinois or last year going to Arizona. It's a long trip, and it kind of wears you down a little bit. This year is going to be a little bit different. I feel like we're going to be a little bit more fresh. We're going up a day early to get our unofficial practice round in 2 days before or 3 days before the event. So I feel like we're going to have a lot of rest, but a lot of good prep in between. And so that's one thing that I'm looking forward to, and just kind of having that relaxed vibe for the week, and being close to home. Hopefully we'll have some more fans up there this year. In the past, it's hard to have family or even folks in the school get to the national tournament because it's always far away. So it's gonna be neat to have that. But again, just kind of have the advantage of playing in essentially our home state. You know, we're used to the conditions that are going to be given to us out there. So that's a major positive.
All right, so national tournament, say 7 consecutive years. I've said it plenty of times, but it has to be highlighted every single time we talk about it. So as you guys continue to prepare for it, we're going to cheer you on and looking forward for some great results.
That's right. Awesome. Thank you.
And I'm here with men's golfer Dominic Wolf. So another appearance going to the national championships. Kind of take me through that from a personal side, how you feel about that.
Yeah, of course it's the third time for me going, so I'm kind of used to the process and what we do preparing for it. But obviously it's always exciting going. It's the most important event of the year, I would say. So yeah, I think it's always fun to go, and I think we're prepared pretty well, so I'm excited.
So last time me and you got to have a conversation on camera, it was after the first home tournament in September at the time, if I'm not mistaken. How do you feel like your growth has really progressed ever since then?
Yeah, I feel like I had a pretty strong start to the fall, but kind of didn't get to where I wanted to be, so I'm kind of glad that the spring went a little better than the fall. But yeah, again, it's a team event, so it doesn't just take me or just one of the other guys. So I think it's a whole team that competes out there, and obviously it's nice to have a big role in it and help the team. But obviously it goes along with everybody else, and I think, like Coach Maddox said, I think we had a pretty good 1-2 events in the middle of the season, and I think if we can build on that, we're going to be pretty fine going to the national championship.
And what is something that you're fairly looking forward to going to the national championship? Third time, you're in the home state. It's not too many times you'd be in the same state to compete for nationals as you attend college at. So how do you feel like that could be a good advantage for you, and what exactly do you look forward to from a mental side?
Yeah, I feel like it's different because we always used to travel on plane to get there, and it's at least one day that you just spend traveling, so it's kind of nice to be in the home state and obviously kind of be used to the golf courses. It's more similar than playing in the desert, so I think it's kind of helpful to play in the home state, and I think we're prepared really nicely about it. So yeah, I think it's nice, but it's going to be a little different going there for 2 hours instead of 10.
Yeah, that is going to be much different. But hey, I appreciate you taking the time for this, and good luck, man.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm here with men's golfer Juan Pablo. So, JP, take me through another appearance going to the national championship, and how do you feel mentally about that?
I feel great. It's been a rough season for me this semester compared to last semester. Coming off playing good golf last semester, and then, things didn't go well as well as I planned to. But at the end of the day, the guys played solid, and we won our spot at the national championship. And second year, we played there last semester, so we know where we're gonna play. Versus last year, we didn't know anything about the course at all. So this couple of weeks, the guys have been putting a lot of work, and we, like I said, we played there, so we prepared for the course. So it was good.
And from your point of view, take me through the preparation side of how you feel like that's been going just with you and everyone else on the team. And even before getting the bid, how do you feel like the work ethic was with everyone on the course?
Something that makes this team very good is that everything we do is compete. On and off the course, we're competing against each other. And so when we're practicing, we try to make it as competitive as possible. And that has been the preparation for the last couple of weeks.
And so going into this year, another appearance in the national championship, how do you feel from start to finish from the year? What was your mental approach through the ups and the downs, and how do you feel just to be joining the team with this?
Well, it's something that I've been preparing for a long time, because this goal has been our goal since the first day of the year. And so every tournament we try to get better, mentally and on the course, of course. So it's been a long preparation, and we're here to compete.
All right. Well, hey, there's no better message than that one. So I appreciate you taking the time with me today.
Thank you.
And I'm here with men's golfer Jacob Joseph. So coming off another all-conference year, making another appearance in the national championship. Just take me through how you felt like this year went, especially year 2 at Point University.
I feel like this year, coming into the year, we weren't really seen as a strong team. We lost a lot of players last year that played a lot of golf for us throughout their years being here. But I feel like we held our own this year. We didn't get the conference championship we wanted to get out of this team this year, but we got a shot to show something next week.
Absolutely. And so really looking at this team, you saw a few returners, but you saw a lot of different new faces on this team as well. How do you feel like that was able to be meshed together, especially last time we spoke, again, at the beginning of the semester? How do you feel like that really went for the spring tournament side?
The spring tournaments this semester, we saw a completely different team to the fall. We played pretty well this semester. A lot of guys had great weeks, a lot of guys had some bad weeks, a lot of guys had their down weeks. But we held it together throughout the way. Everyone picked each other up, and everyone didn't really let each other down. Everyone just didn't have their day. We had someone there saving the day for them, which was nice to have this semester.
And so I know the one big thing that you mentioned in the first interview we did in the beginning of the semester was that your team has seen a lot of nationally ranked teams already. And so really going into the national championships, not saying it's a big adjustment, but what do you feel like is something that you've already seen that could help this team go into the national championship?
Well, I mean, we see the best of the best week in, week out, being Dolan State. Going into this week, our mindset's not changing. We always try to catch them. We always try to just be better than they are. And if once we do that, we will win anything we want to win. And that's the main goal.
And so going into next week, you just talked about the main goal is there anything, I mean, with this being a whole new location for nationals, is there anything that you're looking forward to that you feel like could be a good advantage for this team?
Well, like JP said, we played there last semester. A lot of guys played solid out there last semester. We had good weeks out there. We know what to expect. I mean, it's the same grass as what we play every week. So all it is just hitting different golf shots.
All right, Jacob, thank you for that. Thank you for taking time. And I'm here with men's golfer Duncan Howie. So Duncan, last time we talked, again, was at the first home tournament in September. This has been a long journey ever since then. Tell me just how you feel like this year went personally for you.
Yeah, obviously I started off the beginning of the fall on a pretty good note, but yeah, I went through a lot of struggles, a lot of swing struggles, a lot of mental struggles. But yeah, this year it's been good for me. Ridden the highs, ridden the lows, kind of just taken everything in my stride, and kind of built off what happened in the fall and just took it under my stride and just pushed forward into the spring. Worked really hard over the winter to fix a few things, and yeah, ultimately, anytime you put hard work in, you always benefit the rewards of the work that you do put in. So yeah, just happy to say that I changed it around and got everything going in the spring to make an impact. You don't really want to be sitting behind when everyone's doing good or when the team's playing well. You kind of want to be involved. So that's always something that drove me tremendously to get obviously on the van and carry on traveling. But yeah, this year's been great. Obviously, it's my first year at Point, which has been really fun as well. So yeah, spending a lot more time with some of my friends and yeah, just learning everything and getting everything ready to go for the next couple of weeks. And yeah, feeling great. It's been good so far.
And
Yeah.
with that, you said being the first year at Point, take me through just adjusting to Point University and just adjusting to this program, being a team that's been at this stage plenty of times, and now you're a part of a team that is a part of that stage again. So how do you feel just, one, being a part of the standard for men's golf, but also just being a part of this community?
Yeah, my freshman year was very different. I was in Nebraska, so it was a completely different, I'd like to say, vibe. But yeah, we went to nationals last year at my old school, so I also played in Arizona, so I know what it feels like. I know what it's, the whole vibe around the week. I mean, as Dom said, it is, in my opinion, as well, the greatest event of the year, and you always want to cap off the season by finishing on a strong note. But yeah, definitely moving to Point was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life, so I mean, that's quite a statement. But yeah, it's been really good. Adjusting to everything's been really nice, and obviously, when you see sun for 5 or 6 months more in the year, it's a lot. It helps a lot. So yeah, it's been great. Loved every bit about it. Obviously, having Coach Maddox and Trevor there to assist you, it's been huge for me to grow as a person. So yeah, it's been good. Can't complain at all.
And so I know I've heard this a few times. You all talk about it being the biggest event of the year. What is it that makes it feel just like this is the week of preparation and it's about to happen? Is it just a feeling in the air? Is it just the anticipation? What do you feel like really makes it like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's big. You know, it's like it's not like any tournament. It's just the fact that you just know that you have 1 week to do something great. You got 1 week to put your names in a place that's obviously certain people get into, but just to be able to say like, hey, we did something great, and obviously that it creates this whole like emotion, feeling, like anxiety, not like anxiety, but like butterflies in your stomach, just like getting ready to roll. I don't know, it's just special. It's obviously the best, like I said, the best event I think we have. So just being able to go and play the best teams in the country and say, yeah, you know what, I beat them, we beat them, and that's the whole point of it. It's just literally being able to say, yeah, we're number one.
Absolutely. Is there anything that you're looking forward to going into nationals? Is there going to be any kind of adjustment that you'll have to make?
I mean, I didn't play there in the fall, so I'm going to be seeing it for the first time, which is, I mean, it's nothing new. We see new golf courses every week, but yeah, I think I feel very confident. Obviously, being in Georgia, having it in our home states, it helps a lot. I'm pretty sure Dalton Country Club is a little bit like Pugsy, but just on a little bit of steroids. So at least we have something similar in terms of grass and weather conditions. So yeah, I'm just looking really forward to it.
All right, Duncan, I appreciate you taking the time, and hey, like always, good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I'm here with men's golfer Hayden Jackson. So it's been a crazy semester for you, very hard working semester, including a new look. Am I not mistaken? Turn to the side. Let's look.
Might got a little haircut, little trim.
Was this haircut before the bid of nationals, or did you just get the haircut?
2 days ago, or yesterday.
Okay, recent haircut.
Yeah,
Well, before we get into business, how you feeling?
Oh, I feel good.
Is the hat bigger?
Oh yeah, had to make a few adjustments to the hat. I haven't felt the wind back here in God knows how long, so it feels great. Feels awesome.
Did you get an opinion from Maddox about that one? As far, especially with the flow and everything, like, hey, how did you adjust to this?
No, I just did it.
Okay.
Just did it. Just do it.
All right, so I know at the beginning of semester you were, working your tail off. You weren't even traveling with the team yet, and then you got to start traveling, and now you are consistently with the team, and you're making your first appearance at nationals. Take me through that.
Oh, it feels great. Hard work pays off. Looking forward to this week coming up. Putting in a lot of hard work with all the guys, and just looking forward to playing a good golf course back home, and just hoping for a good week.
So you were a member of the all-freshman team. We saw a lot of different improvements throughout the semester. How do you feel like you adjusted, one, to the competition, and then secondly, how do you feel that you were mentally going to every single tournament?
Yeah, I put in a lot of hard work, just day in, day out. Had a lot of talks with myself after qualifying out here, and just playing golf. Yeah, just hard work pays off, and just hope it continues to pay off, and coming into this week and next few years.
Yeah, that was really going to go into my next part of the question, which you still have a lot of time here. As a freshman, and then you have a lot that you can grow from, especially going to the second year in the SSIC with men's golf. But what do you feel like can help you really take that leap? Does it start at nationals? Does it start really now practicing, or is it just something that you're always building towards?
It's something I've always building towards. Just like in the fall, didn't make any tournaments, but just kept working, and got to the spring, and I've played every tournament since. So it just helps to keep practicing, stay fresh, and just keep going on with what I'm doing.
All right. Well, this interview is going to see a whole different look of you than we saw in the last one. But hey, I'm glad to see the haircut. Actually, it looked really good.
Thank you.
But hey, Good luck to you at Nationals, and glad you weren't camera shy today.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm here with men's golfer Arrington Mooney. So, first season with the men's golf team at a new place, and then you get recognized by the conference. Just take me through how this first year went for you and how you felt mentally about it.
Yeah, it went pretty well. Went better than kind of expected, but that's always nice. And I mean, mentally, I was pretty strong. Just kind of keep going along, and it'll get better as it goes.
And so for being here, I know we talked earlier in the semester and was just talking about being a part of a national championship team, and now you can say you are a part of one. How do you feel about competing next week in Dalton?
It feels pretty good. First time I've ever been a part of a national championship team, so good to get the experience and see how it feels for the first time.
You plan to take a lot of pictures and savor a lot of memories just to maybe show people in the future?
Maybe. Probably.
And so, what would you say is the best thing that you've adjusted to with this team? I mean, again, all stayed in top 25 all through the season, championship mindset, consistently getting better as a team overall. What do you feel like helped you out just to be a part of this?
How competitive everyone is on the team. They all want the best out of each other, and it just helps you along the way.
And what do you feel like going from this week practicing, next week competing, and then moving into the next season? How can you build even more?
Play tournaments over the summer. Keep playing with the guys on the team and keep practicing, even though some are going home. But some are staying here and be able to play with them, compete with them, and work on our games and get better.
All right. Well, hey, don't want to take up too much more of your time. I appreciate you gracing your presence on this camera today.
Thank you.
And I'm here with men's golfer Bryce Ingram. So, last time we saw you in action, top finisher, one of the top finishers at the SSAC tournament, one of the seniors on this team as well, and you just walked, if I'm not mistaken, at graduation. So before we get into talking about nationals, just take me through how these last few weeks have been for you, especially being one of the older guys on the team.
Yeah, it's been a crazy experience. A lot of things jam-packed together, but it's been fun, yeah. I really enjoyed my time here. I transferred from a JUCO, so it's only my second year here, but I really enjoyed everything here. So.
Now, before we do too much reflecting about the past, since you're going to be competing next week, take me through just working hard throughout the season and just being able to travel with this team. Not having to travel, like 13 hours away, but still being able to travel to Dalton, have the experience, and savor all of this. How's that feeling?
Yeah, I think it'll be really fun. I mean, as you said, I'm a senior, so it's my last college tournament. So I think just spending time with the team will be really fun, and just not putting too much pressure on myself, just going out there, having fun, and just enjoying it. So.
And speaking of that, I mean, with your performance at the SSAC Championships, and you talk about not putting too much pressure on yourself, what was that mindset at the championships for SSAC?
Well, I was an individual, so my
Yeah.
score didn't count. So
Yeah.
I was just able to go out there and kind of swing freely, and just kind of came all together, and just making a bunch of putts. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. I've never finished in the top 5 of a tournament in college before, so it was awesome.
First time. And I know you've talked about being a JUCO product. What do you feel like the adjustment that you had to make from coming from a JUCO to coming to Point University, and how do you feel like that has helped you along the way?
Well, I would say here it's just way more competitive. We've been consistently in the top 20 all year, so I know we have a great team. And yeah, it's just more serious. Everyone on the team is just so competitive and pushes each other. So yeah, it's been a really cool experience for me.
All right. Well, don't want to take up too much of your time. Don't reflect too much for these next few weeks, but enjoy it, and congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm here with men's golf assistant coach Trevor Poole. So, Trevor, last time around this year, as you were preparing for nationals, you were preparing to play your last collegiate tournament. Now you were coaching in it. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Probably more nerves. I get more nervous watching these guys than I do actually hitting the ball myself. So it's a little different, but I'm looking forward to it.
And I know, or at the beginning of the semester, we just talked about how the adjustment was coaching everybody up. And now, fast forward, here we are again. What was that? So how did you feel like that adjustment worked for you? And how do you feel like just getting those encouraging words to everybody else worked for them?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a process. I just feel like I had to kind of relate to them. You know, I feel like every golfer has kind of got like, they've got like one little click or something that goes on in their mind, and just trying to figure out what everybody's is. You know, it's definitely a challenge, but it's fun, you know, trying to pick apart their game and see what their thought process is and what they like to do and that kind of thing.
And you just talked about picking apart everyone's game. How do you feel like, as far as picking apart with the coaching side, how did that help you with Maddox?
Yeah, Maddox. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Great guy. You know, he's got a lot running. He's got a lot going on up here, so it's hard keeping up with him sometimes. But he knows what he's talking about sometimes.
And what do you? That threw me off. What are you looking forward to going to Dalton next week with the guys? And are you ready to create some more memories with the team? And just what are you looking forward to for next week?
Yeah, just looking forward to one last chance to go out there and compete and kind of show everybody what we got. I know we've had a lot of ups and downs, but I mean, just looking forward to see if we can put one peak week together and see if we can, bring it home.
Hey, let's finish the story.
Let's do it.
All right. Thank you, Trevor.
Yes, sir.